Okay, Chris from Dinosaur, this is the relay that we're dealing with. And the relay that you sent us is this green TDR time delay relay. And going by the schematic that we see on the back here, and by the way the box is marked on the back of the box. I know there's a lot of wires here, but you can see this is how the boxes mount inside the furnace, which means that hot goes on the right hand side, motor goes on the left hand side, thermostat goes on the bottom, and ground goes on the top. Now if you look at this furnace next to it, this one is mounted the exact same way. Thermostat goes on the bottom, ground goes on the top. Motor goes on the left, 12 volts in goes on the right. And by the look of the relay inside there, the relay has the little contactor up on the right hand corner. Same exact direction that you can see on the contactor on the right hand furnace. So what I'm going to do is I'm about to show you exactly the situation that we're dealing with here. I've bypassed power. This is the power supply coming from my power converter where my 15 amp fuse is. And what I have done, I hooked this up to the right side of the contactor, and then I hooked my motor lead to the left side of the contactor, just as if the schematic calls for that. With my jumper wires, I've simulated a thermostat. Neutral is the ground on top from the battery, and the 12 volts from the thermostat, which normally runs on the blue wire, up to the thermostat and back. I've taken that off and I'm using the battery pack. It's the same 12 volts. You can hear continuity through my jump pack. I'm going to turn this on and you can hear how the fan runs. Takes about 5 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5. That thing is barely running. Okay, so now I'm going to show you what the fan is supposed to sound like. If I shut the jump pack off, unhook the thermostat, I take my red lead on here off. Now remember, my power lead is on this side. My neutral wire is already bypassed to the black side of the motor. Let's see here. Lost my jumper. I can use this, I guess. Just hit pause on there for a second. Okay. Alright, we're back. What we did was we bypassed the relay. The black wire from the motor is to ground, and I used a butt connector, went directly to the power converter. Power to the power converter is here on brown. I've butt connected it to red, so that you can see that we're directly to the fuse on the power converter. Red leg from the blower. Now you can hear what the blower sounds like without the relay in line. And that's running at 100%. And that's what we're dealing with. There's something inside this relay with these contacts that's either dropping voltage or causing a short circuit, and what it's doing is it's shorting out the little 2 amp fuse in our thermostat. The furnace proves that it works, the fuse proves that it works, the power wires from the fuse to the motor prove that they work, the motor proves that it works fine. The ignition board works fine as long as the sail switch closes. Everything's working correctly except for the control relay. I have a control relay on the left furnace. That one works exactly the way it's supposed to. I have a control relay on the right furnace, and that one is about the 5th relay that we've put in there, and all of them have done the same thing. So we're going to send this to you and see if you can solve it.